This is our floating home, the Good Ship Totem. She is a Stevens 47 built in 1982, and we kind of think of her as the floating equivalent of a tiny house. We've got solar panels, 3 solar panels, and a wind turbine. Between the wind turbine and the solar panels, we are able to supply our energy in the tropics where there are trade winds and good sun. We use a solar oven when we can. I put pots in here with rice and a chicken, and it is roasted, falling off the bone in 4 hours. The washing machine, this is where we do our laundry. It's a 5-gallon bucket. It's really not fun. So when you look at the main cabin, you see a living space, but what you don't see is that every little tiny bit of space here has to be useful. So underneath the settee is our water tank. This is all the galley, our kitchen on board. This part of the galley is also the engine room because our engine is entirely enclosed within this. Some of the differences that we have with a conventional kitchen would be that our stove, which hangs here, it can move because the seas can move. So Niall, how many articles of clothing do you own?
Well, I probably own about 15 articles of clothing. Of that, I wear probably 4 or 5.
This is the head. This is one of 2 heads on board. This one goes straight overboard. That's okay in some places, it's really not okay in others. And you've just got to be aware of where you can and can't flush. So all the way forward, we have Marin and Siobhan's cabin. They share it. There's an invisible line that runs down the middle. That's Siobhan's side, that's Marin's side. This is the master cabin, I guess you'd call it. This is our room where Jamie and I sleep. We also have a full set of encyclopedias. Although a lot of our kids' learning is very digital, there's not really a substitute for the learning that you do by browsing. It's not replicated. We live on a poverty level income. Our typical annual expenditures are about $25,000 a year. Our income comes from a few sources now. The first one is that my husband is a sailmaker, and Jamie works with cruisers to specify sails, help them get a great sail at a great price, or the right sail at a great price. That's been a really important part of our financial picture. I wrote a book with 2 other cruising parents about how to do what we're doing. It's called Voyaging with Kids. There's a little income from that, and it's given us some credibility to sell other freelance writing, and so we get a little freelance writing income. And then Jamie and I are now doing some coaching where we work with people who want to do what we do and try to help them through all of the hurdles and questions to go cruising, and that's another trickle stream.
If there are other boats that have kids my age around, then definitely I'll hang out with them. You know, we'll go to the beach, hang out on their boat. Besides that, I have a guitar, we have games on a computer, we have card games, all this stuff.
I like to draw, to read, to write.
Yeah, I like to draw and read, and writing is nice too at times when we have a working computer. I'm also reading The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. I've only just started though.
Being on a boat is actually very social, but I think I would have liked to have experienced some of the peer culture of a school on land.
I miss my friends from home. I miss